Good morning, students. Class 7 English Grammar, Chapter 4 Pronouns. In our previous video, we have completed the exercise on page number 27. That is question A, fill in the blanks with indefinite pronouns. Now, moving on to next heading, we have the distributive pronouns. Look at the given sentences. Each of you will have to take the test. Either of the answers is acceptable. Neither of them was present in the class. Now, in the given sentences, each refers to every one of the number of nouns to be taken individually. For example, if there are 20 students in a class, the teacher is giving the instruction, or you can say the command. So, everyone has to follow this. Either means one of two. Now, either means there is a choice between two. Okay. And neither means not either of two things or people. When more than two nouns are being referred to, we use no one or none. Distributive pronouns refer to persons, place, animals or things one at a time. They are always singular in number and are followed by singular verbs. Let's solve this exercise. Correct the errors in these sentences and rewrite them in your notebook. As you can see, I have underlined the errors and written the correct answer here. In question number 4, we have the correction as none of the cap. We have to remove the S and we have to add an S in the word fit. None of the cap fits me. Okay. Rest are simple. I have just underlined the errors and written the correct answer. Only we have to change in question number 4. Moving on to our next topic, that is pronoun case. You have learnt about noun case in an earlier chapter. Just as for nouns, in case of a pronoun tells us how that pronoun is used in relation to other words in a sentence. यानी कोई भी प्रोनाउन एक सेंटेंस में बाकी वर्ड्स के साथ किस तरह से रिलेट होता है. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट प्रोनाउन केस. लेट अस सी. I am a dancer. She is a student. When personal pronouns are used as subjects in sentences, they are the subjective case. As you can see, I is a pronoun, she is a pronoun, but here they are used as a subject. So they come under the subject case. The teacher gave me a task. The dog brought the ball to her. Now the teacher is the subject here who has given a task to me. So here the word me is an objective case. Clear? The dog brought the ball. The dog is the subject here because it is doing the work and it is bringing the ball to her. That means her is the objective case. These dresses are theirs. Those books are mine. Now here the pronouns their and mine, they are showing relation with the dress and books that they belong to them. That means dresses are theirs and books are mine. So that is the possessive case. It is showing ownership. As you can see, when pronouns express belongings or ownership, that means these books are mine. I am the owner of these books. They are the owner of those dresses. Okay. So here is a table. You can have a look. Which pronouns comes under subjective case, objective cases and possessive cases. So these are 3 types of different pronoun cases. Now here's an exercise. Have a look. Look at the underlined pronouns and state their cases. Write S for subjective, O for objective and P for possessive case. It's very easy for you. You can have a look. The pronouns are underlined and accordingly, seeing at the table, we can solve it very easily. Mentioning O for objective, P for possessive and S for subjective. In sentence number 7 and 8, we have 2 cases, subjective and objective. In question number 8, we have objective, subjective. Even we have one more, that is you can say it is the subjective case. Okay, so this is the exercise. On page number 29, we have the let's perfect it to be solved. Question number A. Fill in the blanks with suitable pronouns according to the types given in brackets. Now here we have the types of pronouns to be mentioned, and accordingly I have placed a pronoun in the blank. I gave the book to him. Him is a personal pronoun. Is this the car that was lost? Relative. That means this is the car that was lost. So similarly, according to the types given in brackets, we have to write the correct answers in the given blanks. Fine. Moving on next. Fill in the blanks with the correct reflexive or emphatic pronouns. This also we have learned previously, and just these are the revision exercises according to the chapter which we have read. Next we have fill in the blanks with suitable demonstrative or indefinite pronouns. So along with this exercise, our chapter is completed today. On page number 30, we have a composition that we'll be doing in our revision classes. Not to be done now. Now go through the chapter thoroughly once again, and if you have any queries regarding any of the content, let me know in the feedback in our WhatsApp group. Till then, thank you class.